أهلا وسهلا في الدرس الجديد مع السويفت Programming Language سويفت تور. بهذا الدرس راح نحكي على الكنترول فلو. شو معنات الكنترول فلو أو تدفق التحكم؟ اوكي، خلينا نمشي through الأمثلة هسه. اوكي، المثال الأول عندنا individual scores، عندنا array، عندنا let individual scores. let إذا تتذكرون كانت constant، array بأرقام، وعندنا var متغير team score، وعندنا for loop. هذا من الكنترول فلو. هذا الفور loop. In this for loop we have for score and individual scores open bracelet. If score is greater than 50, if that is score أكبر من 50, then التيم score plus equals 3. So what does that mean? إيش معناته هذا؟ Plus and equals 3 means, so if we do team score, yes, team score plus and equal 3, this also means يعني معناته also team score equal team score plus 3. يعني نفس الشيء، احنا بس نكتب plus and equal 3. يعني team score ايش قد التيم سكور بهذا اللوب؟ كل ما تصير لوب زيد التيم سكور، ضيف تيم سكور بعدين زيد لها 3. This is what plus and equals 3 plus equal 3 means. We're just adding team score again plus 3, or we can just write it this way. أو نقدر نكتبها بهالطريقة هاي. So this is the meaning of this statement here. هذا معناته. Else team score plus and equal 1. أو زيد if it's less than 50, if the score is less than 50، إذا أقل من 50، then else مالتنا تصير زيد بس 1 مو 3. So if we run the code here, so if we do run here, so we're gonna get an array of 75. Let me scooge this here. 75, 43, 103, 87, 12. So these are the 5 numbers that we have in this array. So if we run this, we get this array here. So this is a let, again it's a constant, لا متغير. If we run this, we get a 0 for team scores. We run this, if we run this for loop, it's not executed. Let's actually run this loop here. So here in this execution, so score is greater than 50. So in this case, we have 1, 2, 3. So we have 3 numbers that is greater than 50. يعني 3 أرقام أكبر من 50، فهذه صح. وعندنا رقمين اللي هو 43 and 12 أقل من 50. So 2 times. So if I come down here and click the print, we're gonna get 11 here. And the reason is because we went through this if statement 3 times because we have 3 numbers, and we went through the else 2 times because we only have 2 numbers that is less than 50. Okay, so let me explain this. خليني اشرحها اكثر. راح نتلف. So there 3 مرات we executed these 2 lines here 3 مرات. So plus 3, plus 3, and then plus 3. So this would equal to, so we have 9 here. So 9, and then else, so we got only 2 numbers that is less than 50, which is the 43 and 12. So we're gonna add plus 1 just twice because we executed this loop just twice. So we're gonna add plus 1 just twice. So plus 1, and it's gonna equal 11. And this is how we get the 11 down here after we print team score, the final team score. Okay, so now if we come down to this example down here, so we have another kind of if let statement going on. So let's take a look here. So we have a variable متغير optional string question mark hello, print optional string equal nil. Okay, so in this statement is going to print false, and that is because string here is already have a value, and nil means no value. So this optional string here, you know, we're just checking if it has a value. This question mark here, it's used if we want to know if something is true or false, like a boolean. So this is a boolean here, okay? So it's asking if this string, you know, if this variable has a string, if it has a string or not. And yes, it does, because we then, you know, set it equal to hello. Okay, so then a optional print string, this is gonna execute false. Like when we print, لما هاي نعمل لها print لما نطبع optional string راح تصير false لأن مو nil، ونil معناته يعني لا شيء. هاي معناته هاي الاوبشنال فاريبل مالتنا ما بي string، بس هنا عندنا string، فهذه nil معناته ماكو empty، بس احنا مو empty، هنا عندنا hello، كتبنا string hello. So this prints false here، فهنا تتبع false. هنا ننزل نشوف optional name string همين مرة ثانية. We have a string, yes. So this would execute to true. If we were to execute this right here, this statement, you know, right here, this would be true. Like if we were to execute this part right here, does it have a string? Yes, it does, because it has a string right here. So this is true. So and another متغير var constant, var مش constant, greeting hello. So if let name equal optional name, if let name, so in هنا constant اسم name، وبعدين سوينا له equal optional name greeting. If let name equal to optional name, greeting hello and name. So هنا we're setting a new constant اسمه name. يعني نعطي name، نسوي new constant name اسمه، ونسوي له equal الoptional name. الoptional name is equal to John Appleseed. So we're just setting it equal to, but we don't have a value for name. So it's just gonna take this name. It's gonna be this right here, because it's gonna be name is gonna be the value of this. Yani name is gonna equal to this right here, because we don't have, you know, we haven't set name correctly. We haven't set name to any value. Okay, so okay, moving on to the next example here. So we see let nickname equal string. You know, we're checking if this is true or like a boolean, true, false, and we're giving it nil. We're giving it empty, zero, zero character, you know, zero. We're giving nickname. We're not giving nickname anything. So then let full name and then equal string. John pleased, Appleseed. Okay, so and then we have a third let constant, informal greeting hi nickname. So here, this is interesting. Here we're checking nickname. We're checking this value here. It's checking this if it's true or false. We're using this here to check if this is true or false. Okay, we use double so we use double، يعني اثنين من الquestion mark، اثنين حتى نشيك على السترينج هذا. So hi nickname, if this is true or false, if this is false and it doesn't have a string, then execute full name, which is this is the case. We're just gonna get full name here. So if I were to come down here and print this, we're just gonna get John pleased, because we're gonna get the full name. We're not gonna get anything with nickname here. This is empty. It's called nil. We set it equal to nil. So when we're checking if it's true or false, it's returning false. We're not getting anything for nickname. It's just we're getting full name here. Hi John Appleseed. Okay. All right. So moving on to the next example. Here we have a switch statement, تغير statement. عندنا cases يعني هاي السويتش نقدر نستخدمها بدال الاف. There is switch, we can use a switch with cases تجي مع الكيسز. وخلينا نشوف كيف نقدر نغير بهاي الكيسز. مثلا احنا عندنا هنا constant لا متغير vegetable اوكي، وعندنا switch نبدي السويتش مالتنا statement vegetable. عندنا انواع اكو مثلا vegetable كذا vegetable كذا، ومرات نشيك اذا الفيجيتابل بي مثلا السترينج بي has suffix as هنا سوينا another let وسوينا where x dot has suffix يعني السترينج بي هذا الكاركترز pepper وصح. عندنا هنا بهذا السترينج اللي بدينا بي السويتش ستيتمنت بي pepper هنا، فهنا بدنا نشيك فنشيك هنا. وهنا الديفولت اللي لما نسوي بريك يعني exit لما نخلص الكيسز. So this is how you can use a switch statement. So if we look at the code and the way it's going to execute, so here in this string we have red pepper. So if we go down, when this code executes for vegetable here, for this word here, so it's not going to be celery and it's not going to be cucumber or water sauce. Again, it's red pepper. So this case is going to execute, okay? We're going to execute the third case in this switch statement. So it's going to print, is it a spicy pepper, okay? And the default is going to execute this one. It's going to skip over the default statement as well. So if we move on to the next example here we have a dictionary, okay? Because of the semicolon here, we're defining, so here we have prime string, and then we're defining it with a array of numbers. Here we have Fibonacci, we're defining it with these amount of numbers, and here we have a square, and we're defining it with these amount of numbers. So then we have a variable, largest. So for numbers in interesting numbers, for number in numbers, if number is greater than largest, then largest is equal to number. So, and then it prints out largest prints 25. So the reason we're getting 25 here is because as you can see from all these numbers, we get 25 is the highest number. يعني هنا 25 عندنا أعلى رقم هنا بالديكشنري هذا. So خلينا نجي على هذه اللوب. بهذه اللوب ايش بدنا نسوي؟ بدنا نسوي عندنا فور لوب، واحنا بدنا نسوي فور هذا هنا معناته اي شيء يجي جديد بالديكشنري مالتنا من الارقام، اي شيء يجي جديد نحسبه من النمبرز، اوكي؟ in interesting numbers بهذا الديكشنري for number سوينا هنا ونسوي اعطيناه اسم اللي هذا النمبر الجديد اللي يوصل هنا for number in numbers هنا if number اذا هذا النمبر اكبر من largest، اذا هذا النمبر يكون الاكبر من largest، يعني اذا مثلا نسوي 1 ويا 1 ويا 1 1 ويا 2 1 ويا 3 1 ويا 5 1 ويا 8 الواحد يصير 8 لان احنا بدنا نريد largest number، اوكي؟ so largest equal number، واحنا يعني بدنا نحاول هنا بهاي اللوب figure out ياهو اكبر نمبر هنا اللي هو 25. so print largest okay is going to print 25. so هذا الاكزامبل. so هذا هسه احنا نجي هنا ننزل على الوايل loops. So use while to repeat a block of code until a condition changes. The condition of a loop can be at the end instead, ensuring that the loop is run at least once. So here we have a variable. عندنا متغير اسمه n. هذا ال n is equal to. So while n is less than 100, while يعني while okay while n less than 100, n is is times and equal to, so it's going to continue to run. The loop going to continue to run until n is less than 100. So it's going to continue to multiply until it's less than 100. So the last number we get is 128 before the loop executes end. So this is another way we can do it. We can do it at the end. So we can do repeat, 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 while we have it here. So this is just a different way of writing this code here, which is, it's both results in the same result, print 128, and it's gonna print 128, but just a different way of writing these two different styles of writing code. And then finally here, we have a way, this is another way to kind of set a range, but this number does not execute. The last number does not execute. So this is from 0 to 3. So 0, 1, 2, and 3, but 4 does not, the 4 does not execute. So this is another way to iterate, and it's using through the ranges. It's called range of indexes. This is another way to loop using range of indexes. So then the reason we get a 6 here is because it's gonna loop 3 times. So the first time is gonna be, so if we come down here, and let me just write this out real quick. So we're gonna loop through this 3 times. So the first time is gonna be 1 plus 1, which is gonna equal to 2. And then the second time is gonna be 2 plus 2, which is gonna equal to 4. And then the last and final time, the 3, which again, we don't touch the 4, is gonna be 3 plus 3 equal 6. That is the last time, and then we're gonna execute. The loop is gonna finish, end, تخلص. And that is it for this lesson. هذا كان الكنترول flow. So عندنا an if, while, for, switch, and then we have finally the ranges, the while, and the ranges here. So this is how you do the control flow in Swift. And so like this, I end the lesson. I will see you in the next lesson. أشوفكم بالدرس الثالث.